everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, joined by the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors playing against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And for Oklahoma City, in the 8th spot in the Western Conference, they're right there on the cusp of the postseason. A strong finish would serve them very well. Oklahoma City's got some guys who can hurt you from the outside. How do you game plan against that?
Well, one, Ernie, you have to run them off that line. You just can't let them stand out there and shoot threes. You have to hustle and really, really close out to the wing. And when they're shooting, put a hand in their face, make it tough for them, and hope and pray that they don't get hot that night.
Pretty darn dynamic when you got Westbrook and Durant coming at you.
Yes, you know, those guys are very, very explosive. And also, Ernie, with Ibaka, you got to take away their inside play.
True. Thanks for joining us. We go courtside now to Kevin Harlan.
We are in Toronto, Ontario, where the Raptors look to take one from a Western Conference team here at the Air Canada Centre. The Thunder made a special trip here for one game, back in Oklahoma City for the next one. They're holding down the 8th spot, up by 2 games. We'll see if they can extend that lead with a win here.
And you know, Kevin, they look like they're having fun out there, a real party. I mean, I love what I'm seeing from them in terms of their chemistry. But playing well and winning games will do it for you. That goes hand in hand. Good chemistry, wins, and fun.
Yeah, chicken or the egg, Clark, which comes first? I'm not sure, but they've got both right now. Great chemistry, winning games, the communication, the camaraderie, the fun, and really the effort and the passion that they're showing. It's all great stuff.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Roberson is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Waiters in at the 2 spot.
Terrence Ross, I think, has a chance to be an elite 3-and-D player at the NBA level. Has three-point shooting and defense for the uninitiated. Tremendous athleticism and a beautiful stroke make him an entertaining player to watch.
Here's Roberson. Here's Adams. No good, not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Oklahoma City on D. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And there's no question what the overriding factor was in that game, Clark. It was the big edge they had on the glass.
Well, the level of energy they had in the win, Steve, was what impressed me. I mean, it was lacking on the other side, and it really showed through the rebounding numbers.
And my goodness. What a huge play.
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you've got it, Clark.
Here's Westbrook after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. And a new group in here for the Thunder. McGarry's checked in for Kanter. Kyle Singler comes in for Andre Robertson. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Dion Waiters. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook.
Did you see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket?
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
The Thunder shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And their success rate from the stripe this season about 77%.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Boy, that was solid. I tell you, he's one of the best there is up there at the foul line.
Johnson kicks to Williams. Out left to the wing. The dish now to Johnson. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target.
Coming up this Friday, March 27th, Dwayne Wade and the Miami Heat go up.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
And the defense has been key in building this lead. They've really clamped down hard.
They've done a nice job, Steve, I think, challenging every shot, a hand up on every shot.
Well, hockey rules supreme here in Canada, but you got to respect these diehard Raptor fans. Even through the losing years, they've shown their support.
DeRozan out there with Terrence Ross. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Patrick Patterson. And it's Hansbrough in at the center position. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, Kevin Durant, after his finals loss in 2011, hired his own analytics expert. Together, they studied video and stats to analyze which are his best spots on the floor. And most shots for KD are good, but he wants great ones. And Kevin, since that time, KD's scoring efficiency has gone from good to phenomenal.
And in 2012-13, he became the 7th player Clark ever to tally a 50, 40, 90 season.
KD joining his role model, Larry Bird. Something special. Thanks, Doris.
Three-pointer Augustine, and again Oklahoma City with the triple. And the hockey season runs pretty much concurrent to the NBA's, Clark. I think hoop fans in Canada in the past sometimes looked at as eccentrics.
Well, that could be, but the sport is growing, and not only in size, but in popularity. I mean, we've seen some terrific prospects coming out of Canada. And if the Raptors can craft a contender, you better believe those folks will be making that arena a madhouse there.
Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
You know what? Can you believe there have been 7 lead changes already, guys?
Wow.
Yeah, we're still in the first half. I mean, the way this thing is going, this could turn into a wild one. That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like All-Star Weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually defense during the All-Star Weekend, no D.
Now DeRozan got it up, and that's not going to go. So the clock runs out with the score.
Scott, what exactly are they doing?
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Terrence Ross with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, he created a lot of opportunities for himself in the first couple of quarters. And tell you what, he was smart with his shot making too. He really took good ones.
You know, points per shot attempted is really one of the undervalued stats in the game, and it's a real measurement of efficient scoring.
Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. They've got Roberson. Steven Adams is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Dion Waiters, and it's Westbrook in at the 1. 6 on the shot clock. DeRozan's shot is good.
Getting off on the right track here early to start the half with some penetration.
Oklahoma City shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. You know, Steve, a lot of teams look at this Thunder franchise as a model, of how to go about building a team that can compete for a title through the NBA draft.
Well, it's a good model to follow, but you need some luck, Kevin. I mean, Kevin Durant fell into their lap. If they don't get the second pick in the lottery, and if Greg Oden doesn't go first to Portland, none of this happens. So, yeah, great planning, and they've had a terrific effort to put all this together, but it really comes back to getting Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook.
Johnson kicks to Lowry. Toronto working the ball around now. It's DeRozan with the drive.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Man, I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Ross, that's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. 10 points now for Terrence Ross.
It takes a lot of skill and agility to lay it in with the defense right on you. That's a terrific finish.
And Waiters kicks to Kanter. They set the pick. Westbrook drives in. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Westbrook's got 8 points in the quarter.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
That's a good shot for him there, but it's kind of puzzling to me that he's not calling for the ball today like he usually does. He has to do more if they're going to pull ahead.
Toronto grabs the miss. Ross has got 3 rebounds now in this one.